Hey everybody, and welcome to Attingham Park. Word on the street is that the map is uploaded to Giants for all platforms and is pending testing. So look for this map to be released sometime next week, hopefully. Coming down here because I wanted to harvest this field down by the river. It looked just so picturesque the other day. And I thought, hey, let's do this thing. Rabbit Rob, Diablo Del Toro, Shane, Thor, how is everybody doing tonight? Oh, how is it Sunday morning? We are gearing up to have a hurricane fly by the coast sometime this week, I think. We have Rabbit Rob, and then we have Rob J. Let's not get those mixed up, eh? What's the border look like? It is, well, it looks pretty darn good if you ask me. We'll have plenty of opportunity to hit the border. Later on, but let's just say that I hedged my bets and I went ahead and put the first impressions map video together. And you'll see in that video when the map is released that I managed to run straight into the border, not even realizing it, so that'll give you an idea. From the ground, the border is near invisible. Yes, no, the map is planning to come to all platforms. In fact, we are playing on the console version right now. The PC version will have multi-terrain angle. It will have its height type count increased to support mods like Maize Plus, Seasons Straw Harvest add-on, and any number of other mods that add to the tip to ground fill types. And it will also have multi-terrain angle, PC version. Console version and PC version includes carrots and onions as additional crops. Everything you need to plant, harvest, and sell those particular items are also available in the shop. Game Series 20, welcome to the stream. Zach, how are you doing tonight? Zach, if all goes well, the stream tomorrow night will be brought to you by yourself, just as a heads up. You'll get a much better picture of the map once we get out of the pre-show. Rabbit Rob, no, I do not. Well, technically, yes. Technically, we own an Xbox Series X, but that is for my oldest. Well, Rabbit Rob, maybe Rob J is your alternate ego. I mean, we know Lewis comes in here with his, I guess, his YouTube watching account and his YouTube streaming account, which is interesting. Number acres map? The map has a whole lot of fields. In fact, basically, it's hard to see the PDA because it's shadowed there, but when the stream starts for real, I'll show you. Basically, the map it's a standard size map. Go ahead and figure 98% of the map is field area. So that's how many acres you have to farm. Game Series 20. Thanks for the super chat. Love the little fox. $1.99 or £1.99, right? No, basically, however many acres are in a standard size map, basically that's how many playable acres you have. Now this map does have sell points you have to back into. There's one that you can pull through. I think we'll be doing a live stream on this map tomorrow night also. Give it some hype before release because, well, as I said, I expect it to be released sometime next week. GBModding said he's uploaded both versions and they are both either in testing or pending testing. See if I can hire a helper at this angle. No. Alright. On the PC version, we'll be able to because they'll have multi-terrain angle. We won't be limited to just a few select degrees to hire a helper. Here. I think I left the tractor over at the mill. So we'll go grab that. Game Series, I don't understand the question. Will came the new farming? 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get this thing started, everybody. everybody, and welcome back to Attingham Park, or Attingham Park. We are here with great news of joy aplenty. GBModding reports the map has been uploaded for all platforms to Giants for testing. As such, we can hopefully expect to see this map get released sometime next week, hopefully sooner than later. I tell you, we are sitting at 299 on the map first impressions playlist. Could this be map number 300? I hope so, because this map deserves to be map 300 because she is a beauty. All right, let's park this thing here. And go get our trailer. You want to see the PDA? Here she is. There's the PDA. So, as I said, the map is probably 98% farmland. There's a small town down here to the southwest and a small town here to the northwest. Everything else, other than a little bit of land devoted to the river, is arable farming, or is farmable land. As you can see, you can pretty much buy everything. The unbuyable land is $0. So let's head over here, and I think I left the tractor over here at the, yeah, there it is, on the road. The map includes 3 pre-built farms of your choice to pick from. Malthouse Farm has horses and pigs. Brompton Farm has chickens and cows. And Crossfields Dairy has cows and sheep. On New Farmer Mode, which is a rather interesting game mode to say the least. Why do I have barley? Guess I never sold it last time. Anyway, on New Farmer Mode, the starting play mode is a rather interesting setup, to say the least, as I was saying. You start out by owning the BGA. So you own the BGA and 1 field in New Farmer Mode. And the goal is to work your way up from there to own other land, other farms. This is basically the only sell point that is, in essence, pull through. The rest are sell points you back into. Another little tricky tidbit on the map: all of your starting equipment other than your pickup truck is leased. So while you do own the biogas plant, you're using leased equipment. So you have to kind of manage your costs as you run silage to earn money. Maybe you use contracts, but the old sell everything at the start to get a nice bankroll to then do other things, that ain't going to happen on this map. That is for darn sure. As you have seen, traffic has a mind of its own, but that means that traffic is not slow on this map. Traffic has been set up to follow speed limits. It just doesn't obey traffic laws very well. This map also includes carrots and onions as additional crop types. Everything you need in order to plant, harvest, and transport your carrots and onions are included on the map. We might do a little bit of carrot harvesting later. hedges and fields or fences do have collisions. GoldenEye, AK in the hay, GBModding, man of the hour. Welcome to the stream. We got a round of applause. AK in the hay, joining them. Farm Baron. Thanks for joining the channel, buddy. Let's give him a big old round of applause. And guess what, everybody? 91 days, 22 hours, and 53 minutes. The Farm Sim Double Deuce is released. Isaac, the map is not planned, as far as I know, to have a Maze Plus version, but GBModding is the only one that can truly answer that question. It does have, the PC version does have height type counts increased to support playing with mods like that that bring in additional height types. There we are. As I was saying earlier, I snuck in and recorded my first impressions video on the map already, so when it does drop, I'll be able to publish that video. Won't have to wait for me to get home and actually record it. So you're in store for another marathon video. That bad boy is just over an hour long. So that's usually a good indicator as to what I think of the map when a video takes that long. While that's unloading, let's go airborne and just take a look around. So look at all those glorious fields. So right past the town, that is the map boundary. So you can see the map boundary there. Game series, that's Attingham Park. It is in the title. So north of town, that is map boundary. Off to the north. There we have the two biggest fields on the map, 15 and 16. You can see the map boundary way off in the distance. Turn this on. There we go. Southern Lady Gaming, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight, madam? Gamer series, did you ever clarify your question earlier? You're asking something. Oh, there's plenty of folks without the green or the blue wrench. I am excited for FS22 also. I think Farm Sim 22 is the money. Rabbitman 39. Don't give me credits. Give GBModding credits. He's the one that made it. I'm just here to show it off. James, I actually stream in 1440p, but you can change the resolution to whatever you want. If you want 1440p, you can pick that. Just click the little gear thing, or I don't know how you do it on the phone. What link? Hey, what link are you asking for? Oh, there's all kinds of affiliate links down in the description. Oh, blue riches galore. The pre-order link, yes. So you can pre-order a couple different ways. Explanation FS22 should give you the pre-order link for the Giants e-store version. Also, you should find all of those down in the description. You can find the Giants the link down there. In addition, you will find the Epic Store creator code, a link to Gamesplanet, where they offer various Steam games. A little bit of news, if you didn't hear already, it's been confirmed that the eShop version of the game, so the eShop is the version you get from Giants. It's been confirmed the eShop version and the retail version, so the physical copy version, will support auto updating now. Incremental auto updating, to be exact. So that is a really cool feature. I know lots of people have previously selected Steam to be their avenue to acquire the game because they wanted the auto updating feature. Well, that is now available in the eShop version or the retail version. Or don't get rid of FS19 yet. We got some pretty good maps coming. This being one of them. The collector's edition. Try explanation FS22 CE in chat. See if that pulls up the Best Buy link. So yeah, Isaac, the retail version of 22 now supports auto updating. You know, what's nice about that is previously you had to download a multi-gig update from Giants every time the game updated. But now with it doing updating, auto updating, and incremental auto updating, it means we can basically update like the Steam copy, where we can update just the few bits that gets changed during an update, as opposed to almost having to download the whole game all over again. Go ahead and pull up the big PDA there so you can kind of see where we are. We are on field 13 down here by the river. I thought this was a rather picturesque area, so I wanted to come down here and farm it. All right, so yeah, that is going to be the direct eShop link. Let me see, does this work? If not, let me check. Streamlabs. Thought I set that up. Yep, FS22CE. There you go. That is a link to the collector's edition over at Best Buy. That is for US buyers, of course. You can also get the collector's edition from GameStop if you live here in the US. If you're in another country, then I could probably figure out where the collector's edition is available. It's just going to take me a little bit of time. Build mode, for sure. That is a feature of FS22 that really did set the bar a lot higher. Of course, FS19 was the first time that they had the capability of doing landscaping, and we did have placeable buildings in 17, but really they were few and far between. FS19 with the whole landscaping function, the painting of the terrain, raising and lowering terrain, really kind of expanded this whole build your farm idea, really introduced the build your farm idea. And FS22 just kind of refines that whole aspect into a whole new element of the build mode, which is really streamlined and integrated everything. Also, check the Streamlab messages. There will be a post coming up soon, in the next couple of minutes, I believe, on how you can win your own copy of FS22. The channel is going to be giving away a copy of Farm Sim 22 every month on the 22nd, between now and November 22nd. So the very first giveaway is tomorrow night. Entries close at 10 p.m. my time tomorrow night, which is basically 2 hours from now, tomorrow. So in 26 hours. Ha! That's a total loss for everybody. Sad trombone. I don't know, Zach. Maybe you buy silage from the BGA here at Six Ash. Your play on Six Ashes buys silage from the BGA over here at Attingham Park. I'd be curious from GBModding how far those two areas are apart from each other in real life. So looking at the PDA, field 15 is not an option. Field 16 is not an option. What field do you want to see me harvest next? Oh, indeed, placeable fences. Where you can just click where you want to start, drag to where you want to end, and let go. Boom, the game draws the fence. Ravenhawk, no. If you're waiting for me to buy a John Deere, you're going to be sadly, very bored. Maybe on Six Ashes you could come over and help with a carrot harvest or onion harvest. 30 miles apart, so very, very close together. The in real life location between Attingham Park and where Six Ashes is set. So very realistically, you could be transporting things between areas. Let's go ford the river and sell some canola. Gizmo UK. Thanks for renewing. Gizmo renewed his membership. Oh, speaking of membership, how could we have forgotten? This video is brought to you by William Chapman. Thank you for being a farm baron. Now we're on the southern part of the river. We're going to come up to a really, really cool feature. I have to say, I have not seen this on any map to date, so big props to GBModding for figuring this out or coming up with this idea. And that is over here at the animal dealer, we have real life animals. We have animated animals at the animal dealer. We've seen animated animals on PC maps. I don't think we've ever seen an animated animal on a map that is available for console. And it's a really interesting way that he has set all this up. So there they are. No static animals on this map, buddy. Those are legit Farm Sim 19 cows. The way he set it up is basically you own the cow area, air quotes, at the animal dealer. And he basically set it up so they have buku's amount of food. That way, they basically don't die if you play with seasons. Let's see here. Let's go to a fun sell point. Let's go to a fun one. Meatball. The map is not pre-prepared with Maze Plus. The map does have additional height types, so I'm sure you could activate the various Maze Plus mods that bring in additional crops and play it that way, but the map does not have various Maze Plus built in. This little area, I really like this area. This is a little field. This is field 47. So this is a little field you could buy for $12,000. Basically includes this little strip and these two greenhouses. And then you would bring water and manure to the greenhouses and get a little income per hour. Map has carrots and onions as additional crop types. In fact, we'll probably be 36. So we'll go down here. We'll harvest carrots later. just imagine textures like the brickwork on this tower when we have parallax occlusion. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so awesome. I mean, this texture alone looks great. But add parallax occlusion so we can actually have depth to the grout areas. That's gonna be juicy. And like I said the other day when we were streaming, I deliberately chose this trailer because it's long. It can help demonstrate how well you can basically get in and out of these areas, even with fairly large trailers. So here we are down at the map edge. So the map edge is right over there. Oh, yes. Hedges do have collisions, GoldenEye. Oh my. Oh my. What is a guy to do? Oh, what? Turn that off. This mod did not come from Nexus Mods. That was from the other live stream. The map also includes a fishery, kind of like the area on Six Ashes. There is a fishery here that you could buy and then collect idle income also. Let's see here. Where's the river crossing? Here it comes. Oh, deep. Here we go. Oh, let's climb the river. There we are. Also why we went with such a big harvester is to get a good idea of how well we can traverse the map. I don't know much about mapping or modding, but I got to think the new visual features that are coming in FS22 will probably make map making even more involved, especially for map makers that are creators of their own models and map makers that retexture things because of the things like parallax occlusion, where they have to add a depth map to their textures. there you go. There is the way to enter into a free copy of FS22. Just click that link, follow the instructions. We'll be drawing a winner tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right at the end of the stream. And then next week, I will email you the eShop code that when FS22 releases, you go to the Giants eShop, put that code in, and, well, download a game. That's right, incorporating the production chains will be interesting for map makers. Be kind of like, you know, map makers kind of learned to include areas for you to build your own farm out, typically on a lot of FS19 maps, or the act of learning kind of how to make the stuff at the farms sellable. Thinking that folks will want to have the ability to customize their gameplay a bit. Yeah, back in the FS17 days, the only way you could really customize the map was to open it up in Giants Editor and go to town making your own little tweaks here and there. But FS19 really opened it up to the masses with the replaceable and landscaping, and the idea of having buildings you could sell to make those customizations in game, as opposed to having to basically use Giants Editor. And that means it also opened it up to console players, because console players up to that point had no ability to make any changes to the map. They basically, here's the map, play it. If you don't like it, move on. Now, certain maps, console players have the ability to say, you know what, that shed's in my way. Boom, out of here. What are the features you look forward to in a good map? Not just in FS22, but in FS19 map. AK in the hay, my bet is on Italy. Of course, we'll find out on Friday. I think another good bet is southern France. Oh, sneaky. That will be very helpful for you. Well, don't forget about southern Spain is also technically Mediterranean. It'll be interesting. Greece. What other areas are technically Mediterranean? Genetic J says maps that feel like they could be a real place include some production elements. Diablo del Toro, maps that allow us to build out our own farm. Portugal, that ought to be interesting. That would be an interesting option. Why is that, Isaac? Well, Thor, I suppose you could probably cancel your pre-order on Steam, right? Should you be so lucky to win. The version that is being given away is the Giants download version. So it is not the collector's edition. It is just a straight up download from Giants. Would include the pre-order saddle pack. You would go to a link, an eShop link from Giants, and then you would plug the code in, and then it would then give you the download to download the game, and then you would install it that way. How it differs from the Steam copy is you would need to keep that Giants code somewhere safe, and then you'd be able to download it wherever you needed it, whenever you needed it. Let's say you replaced your computer, reloaded your computer, you would have to basically download it again using that code and activate it with that code, whereas a Steam copy, you just log into Steam and you get the game. It would also preclude you from buying Steam DLC. So unlike if you own the Steam game, you can buy DLC from Giants or Steam. If you own the Giants game, I'm pretty sure you can't buy Steam DLC. Plus side is you're pretty much sure to be playing day one, whereas Steam historically is kind of the next day releasing it. So Giants will typically release things on midnight the day of release on the eShop. So that would be November 22nd at midnight CEST, which for me is like 6 or 7 p.m. the day before. Right, so I expect the game will be released for us in America November 21st in the evening or in the afternoon if you're on the West Coast. On the Steam copy, though, it will release sometime on November 22nd, regardless. Oh, a New Zealand map. Interesting. Well, let's go check out another sell point. So yeah, rabbit. I don't know why I'm having issues with that. So yeah, Rabbit Man. That is a thing that they changed in FS19. They moved a lot of things to XML values that used to be kind of hidden away and required a custom script in order to make use of. So in 17, to have additional crops, you had to have a custom script in the map to basically reference those. But in 19, they moved all of that to a XML that is just a simple XML file that the game engine renders and reads, which then means that all platforms can then have access to additional crops. So those that are like, well, FS19 is just FS17 with mods. No, there was a significant amount of changes on the back end. And one of those significant changes, it's what allows console players to have access to additional crops. Anyone that modded or makes maps knows how much of a change there was between 17 and 19. What are you doing just sitting there? Will Houseman, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream. There we are. That's why I get a huge laugh out of folks that say FS22 is just FS19 with mods. It's like, you have no earthly... Oops, we have to turn around. You have no earthly idea. You are not paying any attention, are you, to any of the information that's coming out. Oh, let me try to catch up on chat. Let's see here. Oh, no. I missed my turn. Trying to catch up on chat. Over here and harvest some carrots. Let's harvest some carrots. But to do so, we got to turn here at the road beside the animal dealer. Simulator Gamer, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Fine, sir. Zach, height types are defined in the map. So yeah. Now the PC version of this map has additional height types defined. I don't know if you can or can't define additional height types in the console version or not. Darren, welcome to the stream. here is the carrot field. Here's our field of carrots. Autosave. Carrots. Full growth. Weeds off. Oh, field 36. There we go. Now we have a nice field of carrots. So we have multiple options for harvesting carrots. They are built into the map. We can try to use this massive ropa. Ropa that has been configured to do carrots and onions. And then use a ropa header that has been set up for carrots and onions right there. Or we could use Potato technology. And then there is a modded SE260 that is set up for carrots and onions. And then a topper that is also set up for carrots and onions. I think for simplicity's sake, we will route this way. There we go, a little tight, but not impossible. Okay, so height types cannot be increased for console because it requires a script. So that is a bummer. Yeah, maybe in 22 they'll move that to a XML file. Or just increase the count exponentially anyway in the base game. Those nosy Nancy's. Okay. So the map does include a built-in geo If you wish to play with seasons, we'll have that built in. The soil map is really interesting on the release copy. You will indeed, Isaac. All of the sell points except for one require you to back in. And we didn't have too much difficulty in basically getting this header and everything at the shop with its spawn point, but yeah. I would say the map isn't really set up to be an easy map to play. There are plenty of those maps out there. I don't think you're going to get too much luck with GE being easier to use. They're just going to iterate what they have and add new features to it that are needed for FS22, probably. All right, looks like I maybe need to go into the field from over here. Indeed, there is my gate. Let's get this fence closed. Or do we have to be over here by the fence? There we go. Ah, look at that. It's a really nice texture from the carrots, or more or less from the top of the carrots. There we have our carrots dumping in. I wish I could zoom in more. Now, it does look like the release version of the map will include some fields of carrots and onions at the start. So it's nice to see. We're going to have to open this field up a bit, make getting around a lot easier. And then we can sell carrots and onions at a few other sell points, notably the shop over by the hotel, well, I guess the hotel itself, as well as the sell point where we were just at by the fuel station. This is obviously not necessarily the best field to have carrots in, but I just added carrots to this field the other day just to see what they look like. There we go. Well, I suspect you probably shouldn't be using a giant draper head on this field, huh? Oh no, we got a rundown building. What happened over here? But overall, the map is set up with Google Earth, so this is a realistic place. As GBModding said earlier, about 30 miles apart from 6 Ashes. Oh, that's a cool touch, GBModding. The smaller cell points aren't willing to take us as big a prop, so they're gonna reduce the price sooner. There we go. I mean, these things yield like the beets. I mean, just look at those fields out there. We are down here at the southern side of the map. So, in fact, that is the map border right there. Those are non-playable fields. Everything on that side of the road is non-playable. Let's see if we can cheat, reach over the fence. We'll turn around here at the post office. Oh, look at that. Nice. DEM? I don't know what DEM stands for, but DEM is basically the lay of the land. So there's a way to basically extrapolate out the realistic land elevations and then incorporate that into the map. Denzel, welcome to the stream. It is a very attractive map. I am doing mighty fine. Mighty fine indeed. So let's see here. Let's hire a helper and let him do his thing. Let's go sell some carrots. Great demand at the indoor market. Hope it's for carrots. Oh, it's for wool. Dagnabbit. Oh, the hotel. Oh, Miss Holland's village shop. Heck yeah, because that's right back there. That's where we turned around at. So this is the road back to the biogas plant. That's a nice little road there. Just use it to get turned around. Digital elevation map. There you go, DEM. Digital elevation. There we go. We don't want to take out the Mrs. Holland's window. Let's just take it. Parking curbs. I think it's a bit more complex than that, but in essence, yeah, you go to Google Earth, you find an area that you like, right? So you find an area like this that you like. Oops. That's not the soil map for the released version. So you find an area that you like based on the Google Earth image. Oh, come on. Jeez, there we go. We'll just go with that. So you find something like that in Google Earth, you measure out 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer area, and you figure out where you want, you know, the map to be. But then you have to go to various other sites to get geological data as far as elevations. Topographical information, that's it. So topographical maps, those are the maps that have lines on them to show you elevation changes. Oh my gosh, Helper H, you have completely failed me. Helper F. Helper F, you're a failure. You can't back into a hedge, you doofus. And then through several methods, you take that that terrain height information and you create a height map out of it that you then import into Giants Editor. And then you basically go through a long process of smoothing. Here I thought I was going to make it quicker by hiring a helper. That's right, Diablo del Toro. I'm in the same boat with you. I think I'll just stick to playing maps and let the creative folks make things. I know, I should know better, right? Maybe next week we'll learn what the enhanced AI helper menu is. Next week on Friday, we're going to learn about the Mediterranean map. Maybe we can also learn about the enhanced AI helper. That'll be nice to have that answered once and for all. RC UK Scales Model. How are you doing tonight? Well, it was either this or make multiple trips from the shop and basically run the topper over the field and then run the smaller harvester over the field. So yeah, for the sake of the live stream, I brought this thing out. I am doing well, yes. A little busy today. I've got to work tomorrow, sadly, so yeah, I'm trying to get stuff done today that I might usually spread out over the weekend. That would be nice, Isaac, but I don't think it's going to be that involved. Honestly, I think it's something a bit more innocent. I think we'll basically be able to name our helpers and maybe even assign them a gender and or appearance. And I think we might be able to limit our helpers to a certain count. Like if we want to play with one hired helper and one hired helper only, then I think maybe it's going to be a menu option where we could say we're going to employ one helper and we want the helper to be named Carl. And Carl, we want to basically look like this and dress like this. That's my guess. But some people have hoped for an Autodrive like gameplay. Autodrive is kind of like the feature that Cattle and Crops has, where you can just hire a helper and say, go off and work this field and use this piece of machinery, and they basically drive from the farm to the field, do the job, and come back. So that would be really cool. Autodrive kind of has that capability where it can drive around the map to and from locations. Doesn't necessarily have the whole do the job, I don't think. But that would be something really interesting if it was incorporated. That would basically mean that map authors would have to figure out how to incorporate and add waypoints and things to their maps. But again, I think that is maybe a bit ambitious. Giants has kind of alluded that all of the major features have been announced. Autodrive as a built-in feature, to me, feels like it would be a major announcement. Something like course play being built in for PC and console players, that seems like that would be a major announcement. We've seen a whole lot of customizations with respect to the virtual farmers in all of the FS22 pictures, screenshots, and gameplay that we've seen so far. So that's really what makes me think that we're just going to have a lot more customization at the helper level, and that's what the enhanced AI helper menu is. The ability to say, I want to play with, let's say, 3 hired helpers. I want all the hired helpers to basically wear this type of clothing. And I want them all to be, maybe I want them all to be this general appearance. I tell a story about a guy back in 17 that did a playthrough on a map, and he was heavy into roleplay storytelling. So the story was that he had hired this person from a local diner, and they would come and help him out on the farm. So obviously whenever this person was working on the farm, it had to be a very specific hired helper. So the way he did it was he basically kept cycling the helper menu until that hired helper showed up. So that he could have the storyline that basically this one particular helper or person was there on the farm. So such a function would allow him to basically pick, I can only play with one helper, and this is the helper I use. Dwayne, guidance steering is over at the Giants Mod Hub. Now, if you're talking about Autodrive, which is what I was saying with respect to hiring a helper and having them drive around the map, that is also over at the Giants Mod Hub. But for Autodrive, you need to, if you're going to use a map other than the base game maps, you're going to have to basically set up your own waypoints. Unless someone has already done that and published an Autodrive waypoint file for you to import. I mean, there is some belief in the horseplay light functionality because we have seen images. We've seen screenshots of virtual farmers, and we've only assumed that they're helpers, basically skipping lanes on the field. So that is what drove a lot of folks being wishful and hopeful that there would be GPS built in, but those hopes were kind of dashed during a FarmCon Q&A when they basically said GPS was not going to be a part of FS22. All right, let's see. Do I have enough? Do one more, then we might have enough for a hired helper to do their job. Isaac, that is the tale of many a PC gamer. The tale of many a PC gamer in Farm Sim. I think your first version of Farm Sim that you play, I think you go mod crazy, right? I can't have enough mods. I need mods. I want to download more mods. Are there any more mods? Are there mods released today? What are they? I gotta get them all. I gotta try them all. You get kind of this mod frenzy, right? And then, as you progress, maybe in your Farm Sim, I don't want to say maturity, but kind of maturity. As you progress through various Farm Sim releases after your first, at least with me, mods are nice and all, but they're not that needed. Especially 3 years later. 3 years later, there's a whole heap load of stuff out there. I really don't need that much more. Let's go down here to the indoor market. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Tag it. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So, mods are great, but yeah. I mean, definitely the game has much more longevity without mods, or sorry, with mods than without. But I don't hold to the statement that the game is unplayable without mods. Those are the same folks that ask me, hey, where did you get that piece of machinery? I say it's in the base game, and they're like, oh, I'm not interested anymore. It's like, you're not interested because it's in the base game? Because you've told yourself base game is bad? But before you knew it was in the base game, you got all excited. What mod is that? Where did you get that from? Where can I download that? It's in the base game. Oh. Now I'm suddenly not interested. Alright, let's see here. This one's tricky to get to. Sneak around here. I find it funny I get questions asked about the when I do map reviews or new and noteworthies as they are now called. People be like, what map did you do on that use for this video? It's like they don't realize it's Ravenport. Probably because they never bothered to even boot the game up with a base game map. So I doubt the game's going to include any sort of, mod management tools. But it would be nice to be able to kind of have your mod folder with subfolders, so that you could categorize your mods a bit better than just having them all dumped in one. Now, is it the additional? Oops, this is bad. That's the map border I ran into earlier. Now, I think it's the additional game settings mod that allows you to flag if you want to show base game items in the store. So if you want to hide base game or hide mods, I think in FS15, I think in Farm Sim 15 there was a menu option like mods, and you went to that menu option and there were your mods. Sometime it'd be nice to be able to split those out, mods from non-mods. You know, if you're looking for something you know it's a mod, then why should I have to kind of cycle through all the base game stuff to get to what I'm looking for? Oh, no problem, Dwayne. I mean, there's so many mods that are coming out all the time. It's easy to miss things. Oh, searching for mods is awful. Indeed. It's alright, Dwayne. It's alright. I mean, if you don't know what you're looking for, right, how are you supposed to find it? That's what I used to tell people. I'm a horrible speller. Can't spell worth a damn. And they're like, well, use the dictionary, look it up. I say you have to know how to spell the word to look it up. Because if you can't spell the word, then where is it in the dictionary? Think about that. All right, GBModding, thanks for dropping in and hanging out with us. I know it's super late for you. Bronze, how you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Join the party. Can't spell it to save your life. Boy, if we ever had this many carrots. Right? I mean, this is some crazy amount of carrots. This is the third load of carrot. It is a lot of snowman's noses. It's also, I mean, everybody's going to have great night vision. Carrots? I don't know where we grow carrots in the U.S. I mean, I gotta think the soil would need to be right, given that it's a root crop, so a real dense, heavy soil probably wouldn't be the best for them. Maybe a bit sandier soil would probably be a bit more preferred for root crop growth in general. I don't know. I'm basically speaking out my tail. Genetic J, welcome to the stream. Well, everything's grown in the Central Valley of California. Spot on with the soil type. Congratulations. Obviously, rocky soil would not be desirable for any type of root crop. Oh no, Sidewinder. That's what I want. I want to see, and I don't think we have it in FS22, an undo function, right? It's that instant regret. 1 second after clicking place, and you're like, oh, that is not what I wanted to have happen. Sidewinder, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? And then you think, oh my God, I didn't even save. What was I thinking? Right? You're like, click. Oh no. That's not what I wanted. No, Isaac. I don't think there is. It looked like there was an easy way to basically sell a building by clicking like a demolish button, but it didn't undo. Like in the gameplay, we saw them put a building down, and then when they sold the building, it still had the terrain was still deformed, and it still had the concrete pad under it. So you would have to paint the ground under it. Now, Sidewinder, what you should have been able to do is sell the building and then paint the area that you put the building down with a just a dirt texture. And then you should have been able to come through and use create fields to plow it back. And once you use create fields, then it should have turned back into a field. You may have to smooth it out and try to get it back to its original ground elevation. There we go. So that was fun. All right, let's take this up to the hotel. I want to see if we can sneak around through the biogas plant. Try to find another route to the north. So here's the biogas plant road. Of course, if you're not familiar with the map, the new farmer mode is set up to be such that you own the biogas plant at the start, and everything at the biogas plant is leased. So you're going to have a hard go of it in new farmer mode. You can't just sell the starting equipment because, well, you won't get any money for it. You'll just return it. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to cross the bridge. From here, this road is just going to take us back. Into some fields. But, whoa, what's this? Maybe, what is this? Like a cow path? A walking path? Certainly it's not a road that we're driving on. So here is our... Alright, here's our sheep area. Cow pen from the cattle ranch. I don't think there's another river crossing up here, though. I think all this is for naught. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh. No. Nope. No, my dear boy, there is no getting here from there. I really like this sell point area. The old abandoned mill. So all we've done is manage to figure out how to get to this field. So back we go. Yeah, I like to lease fields. Be interesting if there's some way like to set up crop share. Like maybe you pay a certain amount of money and a certain percentage of your crop goes to the landowner. So this is a big cow pasture for the dairy farm down here. Let's write this map. I mean, there's so much. If you take a look at the PDA, there's so much of the map that is playable area. The only parts of the map that are not actually playable are the river, the town to the north, and the town to the south. Everything else is playable fields. And there are fields of all sizes. Field 16 is the biggest, and it is 26 acres in size. Oh, lucky here. You see where we've been. Gonna go back this way. It looks like there's a road that cuts up between 37 and 38. Rich K, welcome to the stream. The number of fields, grass, well, there you go. You have to count them up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17-ish, 17-ish grass fields to 46 arable fields. So 46 total fields. 17-ish of them are grass at the start. Of course, you can always plant them, plow them up and plant them. This is the road I wanted. It's going to take us out by the animal dealer. As the description and the thumbnail says, this map has been uploaded to Giants. It is either pending testing or actively in testing. So if all goes well, we're looking for a release early next week. And then also, if you haven't seen, the animal dealer has, guess what? Real life cows that move. Which may be a first for console players. I don't know. I'll have to have a console player tell me. It is 9:42 yesterday for me as compared to you. So here is the Fishery, the fishing club. That is a little place you can buy, and it gives you money per hour. The music is... I don't know what the title of the song is. It's Stream Beats. Free music. You can go just look up Stream Beats. They have lots of playlists. To be honest, I don't remember what playlist I got set up to run. Here's the hotel. Let's dump our carrots. There we go. People at the hotel are going to be eating carrots for a long time. I hope they have lots of different ways of making carrots. I think they're going to get old pretty quick. So where's the harvester at? Our harvester is over here at 13. And isn't that? Aren't you being funny? We're gonna cut through this farm. You get back down there to the river. See, it's really interesting how he set up the animals at the animal dealer. Oh, here's this sheep. Oh, I completely forgot about this sheep area in my map tour. It's off here by itself. I definitely do not get that reference. I'd have to reference the Oracle of Google. Tell me what the heck that meant. You can see the grass that we do have on the map is plentiful, to say the least. There we go. personal wish for every header trailer going forward. Boom, right there. A header that snaps in position. Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner. Yeah, that's the best I got. I don't have a bell dinghy. Oh, that's going to make it hard to get. Oh, shoot. I was hoping I could hire a helper and have them run down that map edge. So that is possible with the PC version. PC version does include multi-terrain angle. So that means that we could basically line them up on that map edge or the field edge and say, go to town. Right now we're on the console version, so we're limited to our normal degree angles. It does look like we're going to have additional terrain angles in FS22, which is good to see. Another nice little strip field there. The hedges do have collisions, so merging fields are going to be pretty limited because most of these fields are separated by a fence or hedge. You get a little gist for the rolling nature of the land here on the map. Oh, there's the map border. Look at that. So just thought we'd fly around a little bit. We're about ready to close out the stream anyway. So you get a little sense for how the land is. Some of the farms that are built in. Rich K, I have not. Some are hoping that that's going to be part of the information that is revealed with the enhanced AI helper menu. Maybe we'll learn about it next Friday when they talk about the new European map and finally reveal its location. Maybe not. We won't know until Friday afternoon. At least Friday afternoon my time. These are some fields we harvested in the other live stream. Here we have the pig farm and the horse farm. This is where we took our shortcut. This is the main road that we've driven up and down so many times. Here we have the fishing club, complete with little dock. And campers here pay us a little money every day for the right to camp out and fish at the river. Oh, look, we got little duckies. Little duckies swimming on the river. Oh, let me guess. You can't turn around because the header's in the way. What a smart helper we have. Overall, we find it fairly easy to get around with the big, long trailer and our cloths harvester and the big header. Haven't really run into places where we get stuck with that. So I think the map is well designed for equipment of all sizes. Rabbit Rob with the super chat. Everybody give him a big old round of applause. With the pear dude doing the pull-up, or the doing the curls. Keep it up. Well, thank you so much. As far as content coming to the channel, tomorrow at noon we have an iRacing Formula V race getting released. We're in week 10 of 12, so just a couple more weeks to go to close out that season. We're back at Lime Rock Park running the chicane conversion, or chicane version of that particular track. Monday we will be back in Griffin, Indiana. It is winter time, so we're going to be closing out our first game year next week. Early winter on Monday. Wednesday we're going to have midwinter, and Friday we're going to have late winter. Starting August 31st. So in 2 Tuesdays, I plan to release the very first episode of our Back to Basics Raven or Fellsburn Revisited series. The very first game series we did on FS19 was on Fellsburn, and it was a start from scratch series. And we are going back to where it all began in FS19. We're going to be playing once again Fellsburn, start from scratch, no mods, only DLC and base game equipment, starting August 31st. Hopefully we're going to set that series up to be every Tuesday and Thursday. Tomorrow night we're going to be streaming on Attingham Park once again, trying to get some pre-release hype going, because we expect the map to release sometime next week, because it is uploaded to Giants for testing. Monday night we will be doing a live stream, our Monday night convoy night on American Truck Simulator. They have yet to announce when Wyoming will be released, but gosh darn it, I gotta think it's coming soon to a ATS player near you. They also announced that they're working on a construction equipment pack. I gotta think that's going to be maybe paired up with Wyoming. They've been known to do that before. For example, when they released Oregon, they also paired up a forestry DLC. So we'll have to see if maybe that is what is paired up with Wyoming. So with that, let's just go ahead and say goodbye for the day. Roll that beautiful bean footage, if you will. Big shout out to our farm hands, farm bosses, and farm barons. By the way, we've got a new list of credits here, which seems like I might have to update again today because we got another farm baron earlier today. If all works out well, we'll be able to give everybody the credit they deserve this month. But man, you guys are making it hard to keep me honest with getting all of these videos sponsored by everybody. And until next time, happy farming.